Welcome everyone to Arts Cuss and Everything in Between. I'm your host Eileen, aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this podcast show and the Little Crafter Show, which is on YouTube, is on my website, eileenlittlecrafter.com. Alrighty, today I have David once again.
Hello. I'm back.
OMG. Are you gonna...
What's this, 3 in a row? 3 in a row?
Yep, 3 in a row. The only reason why...
Are you paying me?
No.
God damn.
Again, I'm gonna have to put explicit. I guess, I don't know.
Go ahead, do the introduction first.
Alrighty, so, the reason why David has been here, and I will be doing a life update soon without him. He's pretending to cry. He's like, we just found out that Ed China is leaving Wheeler Dealer. And we're both sitting here like, holy freaking cow.
Okay, little backstory here.
Go right on ahead. Go, man.
We're watching Iron Fist, second episode. And I'm finding it a little boring. So I pop open my phone. Well, not open. It's not a flip phone. I take out my phone, see what's new on YouTube. And I see Ed China leaving Wheeler Dealers. I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't Ed China the guy that fixes the cars?
Mm-hmm.
So now let me watch the video. So I paused the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of boring. But I want to get into that one anyway. I want to see. Anyway.
Go ahead.
So I listened to him and he's telling us, because he made a video. It's his channel. I didn't even know he had a channel.
Pretty much everybody has a channel almost.
Even I have a channel.
And I do put the link. I do put the link down in the blog post, so if you guys want to check him out.
I don't even watch my channel, but anyway. It titles Ed China on Leaving, and it's from him. So I put it on. I put it on so Eileen can hear it too, because I'm sure she'd want to hear, because she watches it with me sometimes.
Yeah, and that was one of my top shows. I think in season 1 I mentioned, what I was watching.
Okay.
And that was one of the shows I mentioned. I remember that year we had found
Yeah, I don't even remember how we found it. I forgot.
We found that show. We found what other show? I think Gas Monkey also, Fast and Loud. We found that show that year, and we also found
Was it when Velocity
Street Outlaws
came out?
Yeah, Velocity came out. Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a while ago.
I guess I like Velocity, but
yeah, because everything kind of moved over. Remember, they used to have
if it wasn't for
Monster
Velocity,
Garage, they had
that show.
All those other shows, and they went over there. They also had also had Monster Jam, but I don't think Monster Jam is on Velocity.
No, Monster Jam is on a different channel. I forgot what channel.
Yeah, but that was kind of like
that was around the same time.
That was around that same time, and then we started watching more, because as he switched out of Monster Jam, and we.
You know what? You're right. It was around that time. Yeah, you're right.
And we were starting to watch other shows, and we picked up that year on Velocity.
And I used to make fun of them because they're English and whatnot, and they're English. Air quotes here, English. But, I looked in a little bit to the Ed China, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember telling you that he's basically almost like an inventor and very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
More than just car stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the story. I'm bored watching Iron Fist over here, which is on pause right now. But anyway. And I'm like, dude, why is he leaving? I love this guy. I mean, I'm not a super fan. I'm not a fanboy. But when I catch it, and if I haven't watched it already, let me see what's going on. Because, I'm a mechanic, if you don't know. And I like fixing things. And I like watching other guys fix things. Not guys. Other people fix things.
Yeah, because you like watching Old Girls Garage. Or is it...
Desi likes that.
The teenager.
When they're fixing cars, sometimes I'm like, this is for TV. Because they're not dirty or nothing. But anyway.
I was going to ask you, because if they were women...
No, it's not because they're women. It's because they're not dirty. When I watch some of the other shows, you see them get dirty. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
These women don't get dirty.
I guess the reason why I like watching the show is because, for me, Ed China basically has this passion about what he does in his work, and how he is very precise, methodical.
Methodical.
Methodical. That's the word. Methodical. And how he speaks in a way that's everybody can understand, from the beginner to the expert. And I actually kind of learned a few things about cars, and he's made it funny and interesting to watch. For someone who doesn't like cars, who's not interested in them at all, I've watched him and I go, this is pretty cool. And the different kinds of the cars, like from cars like from the 1800s all the way to what was that? The DeLorean, which was pretty interesting that they had. What else did they work on that I was like, holy cow?
Dude, they worked on so many things, and I know I haven't watched all of them. We haven't watched all of them.
Yeah, but
I gotta agree with you. This guy makes you want to watch the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like it's almost like he knows everything.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't, but nobody knows everything. But it's almost, it's a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like he knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
He makes you want to watch the show.
Yeah.
They've worked on when he made Mike buy that dude, I don't even know what year it was, but it was a Cadillac, that old Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
1930 something, 20 something, who the hell knows? But I'm like,
the Hummer that
they did a Hummer,
and he was actually working outside on that one.
Working outside in the street. I mean, in the desert.
In the desert.
But I'm like, man,
so
this guy knows everything.
Yeah, and the reason, and if you guys watch, and I will definitely find the link for you guys if you guys want to watch this video, and I'll put it down in my blog post. Excuse me. For Discovery, and I'm sorry for this. I love the Discovery. I was just about to say.
Okay.
I love watching Discovery Channel. I think that they come up with some really interesting shows. But for them to come out and say that...
It's Velocity.
Oh, excuse me, Velocity?
They got picked up. Velocity is the one that's promoting them now and took over from Attaboy or whatever it was. That's what he just said.
Is it...
So it's Velocity.
Okay, excuse me. Is it Discovery or Velocity?
No, Velocity.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Discovery, you said that because that's where we watch Fast and Loud.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
But
sometimes I get my channels a little mixed up.
Dude, that's where we got it from. It was from Velocity.
Okay. So,
that's where we found
basically his reasoning was that he is getting told that his...
It's too much to shoot because he's too...
wordy?
I don't watch the video again, but it's like it's too much on his end. The technical part of it is too wordy, or he's being too technical, or it's just too much to shoot his aspect of the show.
So then,
this is why I like the show, because they're not worried about. I mean, the flipping of the car was important, but the meat and potatoes of this show was basically him bringing it up to snuff to know, you know what? If I'm gonna buy a used car, I'm gonna buy it from these guys. I like Mike too. I have to find out what Mike's deal is on this. I don't know. Dude, we're just doing this off of just finding out. But I would like to hear Mike's view.
And don't get me wrong, I think that Mike is very intelligent. I think that Mike is very funny. I think he's very entertaining.
He's an English Richard Rawlings without the woo.
Exactly. But my problem with that is that he doesn't really get down and dirty sometimes. He doesn't. You don't see him.
Some of the shows we watched recently, like I said, I'm not a super fan.
No, and what I wanted to say is just that if that was the case, then have Mike come in more and help Ed more. If that was the case, you know, I kind of feel like there is so much information to be learned from the both of them to say that one is more important or something else is more important. I kind of feel like that is a wrong approach to put on the show, because if you condense it, you're not really getting the full value and the picture of the show.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out later how they turn out. But just hearing this now, I'm like, oh my god, now I gotta wait and see what the show turns into.
I mean, there's been a couple of shows that have turned over new hosts and stuff like that, and we've just stopped watching them simply because they don't bring over the pizzazz. Some of the mechanic shows that you used to watch earlier when we first got cable,
I don't remember.
that they switched over to Velocity, but we were watching on Sundays, those morning Sunday ones.
Oh, okay, I got you. I guess I lost interest because it's on Sunday, and I don't want to watch TV on Sunday.
He wants to sleep in, but
I want to sleep. Yeah.
But that what happened was he and I personally lost interest in them because I didn't like the enthusiasm of the host. I didn't feel that he or she brought in the vibe that I really liked about the show, and it kind of turned it to something that was, I mean, it just wasn't my cup of tea, and therefore we stopped watching it. But for me, I mean, it's going to be sad because I like Mike, and I really would want to hope for his success because the show has been going. And as far as Ed Chana leaving, it's kind of like up there with freaking Rollins and Aaron.
And we haven't even figured that one out yet.
Like I'm
still in progress.
Yeah, it's still in progress on that one. It's kind of like that split. It's like the dynamic duo is splitting up over here, and it's just like, what? Not another one, like.
You know what? Yeah, now that you mention it, it's like another group. It's just splitting ways.
Yeah.
But Aaron left because he wanted to do his own thing. China's leaving because Velocity's telling him, well, basically from the gist that I got of the video was basically, you're too technical, or the fans don't want to watch. How did Discovery know what the fans want?
Yeah.
They didn't call me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a super fan. I gotta cement that.
No, but the other thing is the reason why the show got so big is the format that it was already in.
Whatever it was on.
The format that it was already on was perfect, and that's the reason why it got so many.
The car.
Exactly.
He took it to Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Ed said, "Dude, it needs brakes, it needs this, it needs that, it needs the other.
Let's try to keep it under budget, you know."
And sometimes he would tell Mike, "Listen, I know we don't have the money." Well, actually, no, not even. They didn't even get into that. That's other shows. Oh, I know we don't got the money, but Ed was like, "We got to do this and we got to do that," and then we sell the car.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get into all the drama of where we were supposed to get this money from.
Mm-hmm.
No, they always focused
on making the car.
They make the car
look
resellable.
Yeah,
basically
sound
resellable,
good.
And that it was like you're getting a good car.
Brand new part. It looked brand new. All the time.
All the cars they put out was like a brand new car.
Even the one that they did from the 1800s, or was it 1900? No, excuse me, 1900s.
19 something.
19 something.
Cadillac, all those cars they did
looked brand new from when. So for people,
whether they painted it or not, but you got the feeling was. Forget about the value of the cars.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to go to a used car salesman,
mm-hmm.
I would buy a car from that guy,
mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't feel bad about. Oh no, I paid too much for this car.
Yeah.
And then I go into some of these major world nonsense cars where pay $5,000 for a car, even though their cars are worth more than that.
Okay, honey. Can I?
I'm going off. I'm sorry.
No. I wanted to interject here for those people who don't know what a major world is. In case that's what I wanted to say. Major World is, take it away, honey.
I think it's in Queens. They sell cars.
Well, I have people that live outside of Queens, listening.
We're in the U.S. here, and in New York, and part of New York is a borough called Queens, and in Queens there's a place called Major World Auto Sales, and they sell cheap cars or not so cheap cars, and they have a reputation for selling good. No, they have a reputation for selling cheap cars, but if you look into it, they sell cheap cars.
Cheap cars, and are they junky? Are they
junk?
Would you ever buy a car from there?
Me? Listen, honey, you know I've never paid more than $600 for a car.
Well, that's why I'm asking the mechanic. Would you ever buy a car?
Exactly.
So,
but I'm a little biased because I'd never want to spend that kind of money on a car.
That's not what I'm asking you. Would you buy from there?
No, because they start advertising at $5,000. I just finished telling you.
I've
never paid more than $600.
Okay, if they offered a car for less than whatever price that you said, would you buy a car from there? Yes or no?
I gotta check it first. Because I know what I can fix and what's worth what. I mean, my worth of a car is not what somebody else's worth of a car is. Because I know what I can fix and what I can't.
Okay.
I don't base it on how much it costs.
Mm-hmm.
You should know that by now. I don't base it on how much it costs to fix a car.
I know this, but the audience.
The audience should know. I base it on what I know I can do and what I can't.
Yeah.
Other people is going to base it on what they can afford.
Mm-hmm.
I base it on what I can do. I'll find the money.
Well, also, I think that for consumer sakes, for me as a consumer, not being a mechanic, I would be able to say, okay, is the car worth it in terms of this? Because if I have to put in more than what I pay, I don't think that the car is worth it. I think that it would be way too much, and ergo, I kind of feel. And why am I saying ergo? I don't.
We're going a little off.
I don't think that it is worth it, but it kind of disappoints me because I think that, you know, people are learning, people are interested, people want to know, and he got into the nitty gritty of what car,
here, right?
Yeah, what a car is made of and how it looks.
I understand he's an inventor, a math guy, an intellectual. He's a really smart guy, and he happens to, I guess, like cars.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hands-on because none of the show he had a helper, but he didn't have somebody to do it for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even if he's freaking spray painting the car, okay, then he would maybe have somebody to do it.
He had a few people, and then there were a few jobs that they did every now and again.
Exactly. Some certain jobs they would send out, of course. I don't care what you do. No man is what they call it. No man is a mountain or whatever the hell it is. Anyway. I'm going off a little bit. There's no one man that can do everything. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're saying you can do everything, there's something wrong with you. You gotta admit you can't do everything.
I just feel that he brought a level to being a mechanic to another level. He's more but that's what I want to say. He brought it up to being, I think, for the next generation, cool. I think that he also brought a level to people understanding that there's this real passion and funness to automobiles.
He did make it look fun. Not gonna lie, sometimes my job ain't fun, but my job isn't his job. His job was to restore and resell. My job is just maintain.
Yeah.
So I maintain junk.
But he also was talking about how people should maintain. He was actually giving
He would tell you good advice.
Exactly. Good advice in terms of how to maintain this, why people should maintain this, all the little nooks and crannies that people...
Yeah, it was a show for everybody, not just for... or if you're going to buy a 1980 Mercedes or a 19 whatever piece of junk. Oh, yeah. Just do this. No, he would give you good ideas.
Mm-hmm. How often you should maintain it, why you should maintain it, could you maintain it, how much roughly it would cost.
Or the normal, for certain models, this always went bad, so we have to do this, blah, blah, blah.
Or it would be best if you bought this car or still have this car to beef it up in this direction, or maybe even go in that another direction. He gave you so many different options that I know that people with, like myself, who doesn't know about cars, would be like, if I had something like that, then I would be like, if that didn't cost so much, or maybe even the cheaper option, or a something, he would always bring like a different set of options to you, and it was really fun to hear. And I think that this was, honestly, I love Mike. I think that he can carry the show, but I think it's a huge loss.
Mike will probably carry the show.
I think that it's a huge loss for a wheeler dealer.
His Mike is funny too.
Yeah, no, he is. He's great. I love him.
He's UK's Richard Rawlings without the all woo and jewelry and shit. Excuse me, poop.
It's already out there.
Lyrics.
Yeah, this is gonna be under explicit. It's alright. I'll forgive you. I still have to beat him up for the next time. The only reason why he's home is because I'm suffering from a backache and it just getting off. Because I don't drive, people. I know, right? People are like, what? You don't drive? No. I've never driven. Don't want to. But that's a show for another time.
Yeah, for another time.
So, anyway, guys. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys...
We don't know if you watch Wheeler Dealers.
Yeah.
But if you don't watch it,
yeah,
then
definitely.
you know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Before they mess it up with whoever else is coming.
Well, I wish the new guy good luck.
I don't
because
wish him good luck.
That's what Mr. China would
Screw
want.
What he said. He's
but
too nice.
I know he's a sweetheart. His video was so nice. He was so eloquent in his speech.
He sounded intelligent.
And and it was so sweet how he was really thankful and grateful.
Luck to the other guy, whoever that guy's name is.
Grateful and thankful to the fans. And I if I ever had a chance to meet him, I would say personally a huge thank you, because I really learned a lot from him. I couldn't say I could do what he did. I would actually sit down and watch him and actually I would sit there and work with him, because he was so fun. He made a girl who's not a mechanic want to sit down and get dirty.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad. I kind of feel like I'm losing a television friend. It's like losing Mr. Rogers, I guess. I don't know.
Didn't he retire?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think he's since passed away. But
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. How do you feel?
What?
Do you feel the same way, or is it just kind of...
I mean, I know he's not as big as some other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And probably most people that listen to your podcast might not know who he is.
I will definitely be putting up something, guys.
But, I don't even remember how I found the show, but I'm like... It's like, he's leaving?
Yeah.
The hell?
That stinks.
I mean, I used to make fun with you, these British people and their accents. And
oh my god. At first he was just like, what is he saying?
The hell is a boot?
What's this? What's that? I'm like, oh.
Boot. When they say the boot,
bonnet.
when they mean the trunk, and the bonnet when they mean the hood, I'm like, no wonder we left England.
His little comments, but you know, it just man, it. Mr. China, my hat's off to you. You are amazing, and I hope that whoever you get a chance to work with will see that value in it. And I think that the show is going to be a huge hole without you there. But I wish him the best of luck. I wish Mike and the rest of the team of Wheeler did the best of luck, and I will try and continue to watch. And let you guys know, you know, if I'm still watching or not. I am going to be doing shows that I'm happy that are coming back, and that one of them is may not be coming back, which is sad, you know.
What?
The one that I told you about.
Which one is that?
The ABC one.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll talk to you later about that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to give it away. But anyway, guys, thank you. I keep saying anyway, guys. Thank you so much for listening. So hopefully we will be back next week. And I hope that you have enjoyed the show. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. You can always email your comments or questions. My email address is eileen@eileenthelittlecrofter.com. Thank you, and bye for now. Thank you, honey, for being on the show. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Are you going to be missing the being on the show next week?
Probably.
I keep telling you, maybe you should be my co-host. I know some of the stuff I talk about, he's like, I don't think so.
Whoa.
Because he's...
arts and craft related stuff.
I know. I should have a whatchamacallit on. How is it to be married to a crafter? Have an interview. But then he's going to want to script people.
I need a script,
guys. Go ahead. Let it out.
I need a script, damn it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Bye.
Bye.